Hello guys, what's up? Hope you're all still doing well. Today I thought I would take a peek into my vault. I don't know why I had this idea. I think it's just something that I probably need to do, and I thought, hey, why not bring everybody along for the journey? You can share your opinions about the champs, let me know where you're using them, if I'm an idiot for not leveling some of these characters. But I pulled, so there's nobody in the vault currently, see? So I pulled them all out so we can take a look at them, and I'll explain why they're in the vault, why I haven't used this person, do I have future plans to use this person, what's going on there. If this is your first time or you haven't watched that many of my videos, just keeping in mind, you know, I have like established teams for all of the dungeons. There are still a couple of hard ones that I'm working on, like hard Fire Knight, because obviously that's like the hardest one. I haven't made it quite to 10 yet. But if you're talking about like basic content, like I have teams for all of the Doom Tower hard bosses and rooms. I've beaten all of that. So just keep that in mind. Like, you know, if a character is super good in some area, I've already got a team in. That's why I'm not using them, and that's my thought process. So we'll filter back to by rarity. Like I said, I pulled them all out just so we can actually click on them and look. Wait. I didn't think you could click on them and look on the skills while they were in the vault. Okay, well, I'm dumb. But hey, all right, we've got them all out. First one on the list, ignoring Molly, Leo, Yakarl. These people are going through masteries, so they are 6-starred. First one, oh, we got a spicy one right off the bat. It's Arbiter. I have not leveled this champion. I actually did an entire video just telling you my entire story of getting this far and never needing to build Arbiter. I have, you know, of course, I'm sure most of us are just in Gold 5 Arena, coasting by, you know, so many people put up one-man teams, it's like you don't even need to have a real team, basically. I'm Silver 4 Live Arena. I'm this close to Gold. I can only push myself. Oh, it's active for another minute, guys. We can do a battle right now. Just kidding. So I can only push myself to do this like every few days. You have to set aside time, and yeah. But so I'm making a lot of progress in here without it. I had finished the High Elves Faction Wars. It's not that I don't think she's a good champ, anything like that. Just obviously a great champ, super useful in all kinds of places. Just with High Elves being the first faction I ever had done because I started playing when Deliana was the new champ. I just had so many strong champions in that faction. Vergus, Royal Guard, Reliquary Tender is really all you need as a reviver. Had a bunch of strong champs, did that faction easily, no problem. I'll get to her eventually, but I don't know, it just hasn't happened. Longbeard, you can see I have a couple accessories on him because he did stand there in my Skinwalkers team. But yeah, this faction's done. All these ally attack champs, they have kind of cool niche uses. Like I know some people use him in Bomball with like the Rat King, and they just ally attack and bomb that boss down. He's got 1-turn weaken, you know, that's good during a boss fight, but you could probably find a lot of people do that, and a lot of people that do that AoE, so nothing really special there. This is kind of a funny one. We'll ignore shield and block damage buffs. It's like, is that really useful? I mean, is Longbeard like your nuker? Are you gonna come into arena and kill like a Leo who has, you know, oh wait, it's not even unkillable, it's block damage. So I don't know, it's a weird kit. There's nowhere, definitely niche fun in some areas of the game, you know, clan boss, but that's somewhere I've got a long established 1-key ultra nightmare team, so don't need anything there. Glaza Soulglide, you can see I've slapped some like super early game perception accuracy stuff on her at some point. She was in my Faction Wars team. I have finished Sacred Order, that's all done. Her kit is... This is like the thing of her kit, the passive, this champion's skills cannot be put on cooldown. And when she came out like years ago, like before I even started playing, she was supposed to be a counter to champions like Warlord in Arena, or I think Warlord was probably the only one out at the time. I think it was maybe even before Yumeko. But yeah, I mean, Yeah, so it's supposed to like freeze Warlord when he tries to put her skills on cooldown, but it just, I mean, I'm sure you can tell from from playing Arena anytime in the past couple of years, it just never happened. This champion never became a thing. She does have some freezing. She'll place weaken, block debuffs, but overall, it's just a kit that was intended to do a specific thing, and it didn't do that thing. So it just sort of ended up that she's not used anywhere else because she was meant for that thing, and that didn't work out. And there's nowhere else to really use this stuff. So, I mean, she's a little bit helpful. She'll get some freezes occasionally, a little wave control, but like, could you find someone that does that better? Definitely. Helior, I think, oh my gosh, I've had him forever. I think it was kind of a similar thing. Like, they were hoping it would be a niche arena champ, and it just didn't work like that. I know I've seen, nub videos. He really tried to make him work in arena, and it just didn't. He's got a shield that's based on the damage inflicted. He'll absorb the damage attacked from his allies. And then I think like this is the skill that they really wanted it to work out in a cool way, but it just kind of doesn't. The transfer all debuffs from all allies to a target enemy and then attack that enemy with the A1. Converts this champion's res into additional accuracy when using this skill. It's a weird combination. The resistance, the accuracy, the transferring of all the debuffs. You have to be in like such a specific situation, and it just never really materialized into anything that's super useful anywhere. Oh, and another thing to mention, with the release of Cursed City, I think that basically any Lego in your vault, and epics too, doesn't matter the rarity, basically every champ that you formerly thought was like a Vault Guardian, I think we're all, as we're progressing through Cursed City, we're going to be whipping out these champions. So I don't even, if I get like a super kind of Vault Guardian Lego, it doesn't really bother me as much anymore because I'm just kind of like, I'll probably throw it in a Cursed City room someday, and that'll be that. Next up, Skull Lord Var-Gall. This guy, he's actually kind of cool. I've finished the Lizard faction. I don't have like any immediate pressing use for him, but I have seen videos of him being people's buff tank in Hydra. So if I were to use him, that would definitely be the place I'm going to put him. Because, I mean, where else would you use him? Like Scarab or something? Because he has the Destroy Max HP. Yeah, and I don't need a Scarab team, so... Yeah, he has, like, a lot going on here. He's kind of got, like, that fun passive. He'll revive the Skull Sworns, which is a rare champion at the start of each turn. Well, not all of them, just one. It'd be more fun if it was all of them. So he's got... It's kind of like a cute little kit. I think it was a really easy fusion, like long before I started playing. Like you could merge all of the Skull Sworns into the Skull Lord Var-Gall. So anybody who's been playing a long time definitely has this champ. He has a Provoke, which obviously that's good in Hydra. He has decreased attack, but I mean, all this ability does is decrease attack, so that's not really strong when you compare to a lot of champions who have decreased attack plus a bunch of other stuff. Like Artok will activate all of his HP burns, and he'll also apply decreased attack. Rat King will reduce the cooldown of all his bombs by 1 turn, and he'll also apply decreased attack. And then, even someone like Stagnite in Epic will place decreased defense and decreased attack. So, like, just decreased attack on an ability is not a strong ability, especially on a Lego. And then when he's attacked, he's destroyed max HP. So, situational uses for that across the game in places where max HP matter. I just don't really need any of this stuff. But I do think it's a fun champ. I like the idea of him being your buff tank because he places the little strengthen buff on himself. So that ensures that he's the person on your team with the most buffs. So I like that. It's just, obviously something like this, not a high priority for me at all, but he looks fun. That's the thing about the game. I wish there was more resources and time, because I would love to level somebody like this, but it's just like, you can't, it just moves so far down your priority list when you have better champions that you should be doing. Like I just did Molly and Leo So, you know, Skull Var-Gall versus them, you know, the choice is, it's obvious. Bivald of the Thorn, I know he's good in Hydra as well. Ignore the build. I was just doing the place a swift parry set on someone quest from the mission line like a million years ago. So this is not the build, trust me, I know. He was in my Sacred Order team. I think he just stands there not dying. He's not one of the damage dealers or anything. Obviously, he's not seriously geared. He doesn't really have a lot of HP or do anything, but he has a cool kit. He has Provoke, Leech, plays Strengthen on himself. So he is used in Hydra. He'll also heal and shield. So he's definitely a strong Hydra champ. And I know a lot of people use him and swear by him. You know, I haven't gotten around to him yet, but it's definitely a good champ. And I know a lot of people are using him in super strong Hydra teams. He just hasn't made his way into mine yet. So yeah, he's definitely somewhere on the the very long length of champs I need to level. Rhonda, never touched this champ. It was the, you know, a 7-day login champ a while ago, some partnership with Ronda Rousey. And it's mainly, to my knowledge, I do not think people use this champion anywhere except PvP, which is not an area I care about. And in any case, I have like, you know, Taurus and Hefrak and Ragesh and a million other nukers, so it's not like building a nuker on my account is a pressing need. But I do think she is strong, like the block passive skill. This is good for sure. Like, she's actually very good against my Taurus, right? Because the passive is the reason you take so few damage, right? But she'll come in with her block damage, or I'm sorry, with her block passive skills, and it hits super hard, and she's gonna disable his damage reduction. So that'll actually like kill me in an arena. So definitely a strong champion. Truith. This guy is cool. He was in my Dark Elves team when I beat the final boss. I think he's one of the strongest healers in the game. I've watched some videos on him. So it's actually like a crazy heal. He'll place ally protection. It's only on one person, so it's not that great. This is also a heal, his A1. His an attack all enemies, places perfect veil on everyone except himself, and then he'll place counterattack and strengthen on himself. What's the passive? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, oh this is actually, yeah, that's kind of a cool skill. So he can come around to his heal quicker as he's taking more damage. So that is actually super cool. The thing about me for this guy is just, even if he's the strongest healer in the game, I don't remember if he's the strongest, but he's one of the strongest healers in the game. Even if you're one of the strongest healers in the game, like, you have to do a lot more than heal to be useful, right? You can't just heal people. Like, we want to see people like, I've never seen my champs organized like this. I can't find anybody. Ah! Okay, so, you know, you have to have somebody like Python, where this is a cleanse, this is a heal, this is a block debuffs. You know, you want to see like these kind of heals where they have more utility than just being a heal. So, well, he's a really good healer, and if you're in the early game and you just need a healer, he's probably amazing at it. But I don't know, this perfect veil, counterattack on himself, strengthen, it's not really that good, right? Like, we want somebody who's bringing more to the table than just healing. Crypt King, Graal, Burner. I never leveled him. He's not bad. I mean, you can see I had something on him. I think I used him in a Cursed City fight, and I just needed to get enough accuracy for him to apply burn to the Frost Spider in Cursed City. So he's a burner. HP burn everybody on the A2. So, you know, he does that. Other part of his kit is freeze related. So it's like half HP burn, half freeze. And the problem with that is, at this point, a lot of us are looking for champions for Hydra. But then like half of his kit is useful because I can't freeze anybody in Hydra. So it's like half of the thing that was supposed to be cool about him I can't make use of, and obviously there are a lot of champions who will do something a lot better than just HP burn. You know, Artak, who we all have by now. So many good burners out there. I can see how, you know, the freezing and stuff would be really good, like when you're just in regular spider and you need a way to control these spiderlings, but like I've had a spider team forever, I don't need him there, so he's just kind of like a mid-tier burner, I guess. He'll definitely get used in a Cursed City room or boss fight someday, but up until this point, this is not worth me gearing and leveling a Lego to do this ability, basically. Harvest Jack, this is the first Lego I ever pulled. I had, like, when I started playing, you know, my friend had helped me at the beginning of the game, and he told me, don't open those shards unless there's a 2x event, and so I had like 2 or 3 sacreds. And I opened them during my first 2x, and I got Harvest Jack, and we were both like, whoa, because, you know, he was like, whoa, I didn't think you'd get a Lego at all. And yeah, to this day, still sitting in my vault, it's not a very good champion. PvP is really the only use. And this kit, like, this is actually a worse kit than I remembered it. Because I was looking at it a while back, and I was like, doesn't he have block buffs? Let me take another look at that. So he does have block buffs, but the thing is, the whole kit is tied to his fear. So you can't place the block buffs unless they're feared. So you can't use him in boss content at all, because you're not going to fear a boss. So even if you desperately needed somebody to apply your block buffs in Hydra, like, this guy couldn't even do it because he needs the conditional fear. So, whole kits that are based around fear aren't really good anywhere except PvP, maybe wave content, but, like, you know, obviously I can do a lot better wave control than this sort of, like, maybe I'll fear you, and then, you know, fear itself is unreliable, so it's like, maybe the fear will proc, or maybe you'll just kill me, you know, so unreliable form of CC, just, yeah, not good, in my opinion. He's, like, I would say he's fun, right? Like, he could be super annoying, but as far as practical and good in the sort of content we're all doing now, like Hydra, like, pretty useless champ. So, in the vault, he shall stay. Richtof the Bold, I'm not even gonna lie, I don't remember what he does. Poisons, maybe? Poison. Does more damage based on poisons. I don't know too much about him. I'm guessing I looked him up when I got him and just wasn't impressed and didn't seem to need him for anything, but yeah, poisons, you know, those aren't good in a lot of places, like just a few boss fights that, you know, probably we all have somebody who does better stuff than this, so. And then Bannerlords, I'm done with the faction, so here he shall stay. Joff Brassclad, who you will notice I have 2 of this champion. Don't ask questions. Well, actually, I will tell you. Okay. So I have 2 because when you're newer on your account, Ancients 2X is a great time to pull, right? Because you get the 2X egg nabbing all those good epics like Geomancer and Rectordrath and for some reason I'm really struggling to think of good epics off the top of my head, but yeah, so 2x is a great way to just, you know, increase your shot at getting those epics. And soon after the time I started playing, they did a 2x that was during a guaranteed for this dude at 150 ancients, so I was like, okay, yeah, I'll go for it, you know, I'll get the guaranteed and maybe I'll get some cool stuff along the way. So I did that, and then I pulled him like shortly after. And this is like a long time ago. Like, this is when Joff Brassclad is like probably one of like 5 Legos that I own. So I'm like, really? A dupe? Like, please. So 2 Joff Brassclads plus 10% HP to dwarves, I guess. I've never used him. He has a unique kit. So he's got a 100% chance to stun. Increase defense, he'll remove decrease defense and weaken. This is sort of the interesting part. Whenever an ally is attacked while under block damage. Wait. Oh, okay, sorry. It's weird because you should read the active first, right? I was confused because I was like, wait, where's the part where he places the block damage? Okay, so if an ally is about to get killed by a fatal hit, blocks incoming damage and places a block damage buff on them for 1 turn. And then he might stun their attacker. So that's kind of cool interaction. I'm sure there is some Cursed City wave content where this guy's cool. I've actually played against him in tag arenas, and it is pretty annoying to play against because like they keep getting like block damage and then my team is stunned and then... So yeah, I wouldn't say it's like crazy powerful or anything, but it's not useless. Like, you know, it's definitely, I've had to take pause and approach the situation differently. And so there's a little something there, I think. But, you know, it's just like, if you're not an S tier Lego in this game, you're probably just in someone's vault. But Cursed City Room, someday for sure. Alright guys, gonna go ahead and call it there for part 1 of peering into my Lego vault. We'll leave off on Rosin Scarhide, and that'll give us all something to look forward to next time. Thanks for hanging out with me guys, and you take care of yourselves and enjoy the rest of your week. Goodbye!